important. He had 13 years to send a letter like this. 13 years to say he was proud or sorry, or that he thought about me. He only wrote it now because I had something he wanted, because I was in a position of power over his business, and his attempts to use that access weren't working. She said it was manipulation, dressed up as regret. Her clarity cut through everything. She was right. If he actually cared, he would have tried years ago when I was bussing tables at a diner trying to help her pay rent. He didn't want a relationship. He wanted access. The contract renewal for Ridley and Sons came up 2 weeks later. I wasn't involved anymore, but heard through office gossip they weren't getting renewed. Doug called, sounding defeated, saying the business was in trouble. I told him the decision was out of my hands. 2 days later, a huge flower arrangement arrived at my desk, with a card saying he'd stop trying to contact me if that's what I really wanted. I threw the flowers in the trash and kept the card for documentation. Melissa from HR reviewed everything I'd been tracking and said she was impressed with my documentation, but concerned about the escalation pattern. A week later, my mother told me my father's wife had called her. The wife just found out he had a whole previous family. He told his second family his first marriage ended before I was born. My mother told her the real story, and the wife started crying. His lies were catching up with him. Everything he built on false stories was crumbling. 2 months passed with no contact, and I started to relax. Then I got a certified letter from an attorney representing my father requesting a meeting to discuss his desire for a relationship, offering mediation services. I found a family law attorney, brought all my documentation, and she drafted a formal cease and desist stating I didn't want contact now or in the future, and that his recent behavior reinforced my decision. It cost $800, and the finality felt worth every cent. His attorney responded 3 weeks later confirming his client would respect my wishes. Then my mother forwarded a Facebook message where he told her he was moving to another state for a fresh start and hoped someday I'd understand he was trying to fix his biggest mistake. She asked if I wanted to respond. I typed back one word: no. That weekend at my mother's house, we looked through old photo albums. She pointed out photos where he was standing apart from us, looking away from the camera. She said he was never fully present even when he lived with us. That helped me see the grocery store moment more clearly. It wasn't who he became, it was who he always was. I just finally had proof. Monday morning, Victor called me into his office and told me the company was promoting me to senior procurement director with expanded regional authority. He said my handling of the vendor conflict demonstrated exactly the kind of judgment and professionalism they wanted in leadership. The promotion came with a significant raise and my own team. I accepted immediately. I turned a messy personal situation into proof of my capabilities. I didn't let my father derail me, and now I was moving up because of it. 3 months passed without a word. My cousin called and told me he moved to Arizona, started a consulting business, and his second wife was seeing a counselor with him because the truth about his first family caused problems. His other kids felt lied to. I listened and felt mostly neutral. His life was his problem now. I took my mother to dinner at a nice restaurant downtown. She raised her glass and said I built a life on my own terms. She told me she worried for years that his abandonment broke something in me, but watching me handle this showed her I was stronger than either.